What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Well, I'm under the belief that this crypto market is possibly running out of time before the pullback gets worse like we've been talking about. And so in today's video, I'm going to tell you exactly why I think it's running out of time and what we need to be on the lookout for next. And so with that said, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into the video. And guys, don't forget, if you do want to start trading some crypto, Bitcoin, Solana, Sui, and many more on all the way up to 500x leverage, you can check out that BTCC link down below. Guys, if you do sign up specifically with my link, they're going to give you a 10% bonus on all first-time deposits between $500 and $100,000. This means if you deposit, say, $4,000, they're going to give you $400 back on the spot to start trading with, and whatever profit you make from that is yours to keep, no strings attached. So go check that out down below, and I will let you know I'm personally not leverage trading right now, at least probably for the next few weeks, but you can sign up and get it set up for when the time is right. Now, looking at Bitcoin, let me give you a little bit of a recap because the context is actually going to be very important for what is happening right now. So over the last few videos, what we've really been tracking has been Bitcoin's breakout of this ascending channel. I told you all the moment that we lost this ascending channel, it opened up the door for Bitcoin's price to start coming back and reaching some of these crucial and key levels to the downside. Some of the ones we laid out were this level between $90,000 and $92,000. Some of the ones that we laid out also were $83,000 to $82,000. And then, of course, the macro high back here, of course, right around $73,000. I've told you all the moment we lost this ascending channel, it was becoming much more likely that we were going to see Bitcoin's price start heading back down to each one of those. Again, we can kind of just lay them out a little bit, say $90,000 right there, $82,000 there, and of course, $73,000 there. Now, it's a little bit more specific than that, but we don't need to worry about it today. Now, the thing about it is, though, I told you there will be opportunities for Bitcoin to avoid going down to these levels. Although these are the levels where Bitcoin's price is likely to go down to, we're talking 65-70% that it at least comes down to the $90,000 level. I told you there would be opportunities for it to avoid it. Now, those opportunities rested in this move in which we are in right now. We knew that as Bitcoin's price did make this fall to the downside, that it was going to try to do something called a back test. And a back test means you lose a support level or resistance level and you go back up to it. The easiest way to think about it is imagine that there's a battle between bulls and bears. The bulls don't want to go down. The bears want the price to come down, right? And as the bulls started losing, the price started getting really forced towards the downside, forcing those bulls out of this ascending channel, which they didn't want to. Well, the bulls are going to fight back and say, well, I want to go back in that channel. This is where I want to be. I don't like being down here. I want to be up here. So they start going back up and they're trying to force their way back into this channel, and the bears are trying to stop them. Now, one of two things is going to happen. The bulls are going to win and they're going to get back into the channel, which is a very good sign. It means the bullish momentum is now in place and this move to the downside is not that big a deal. The other thing that'll happen is that the bears reject the price to the downside. The bulls can't re-enter this channel, and that's a bad thing because it means that the bears are still very much in control. And what we saw, of course, is that that's what started to happen. As Bitcoin's price started getting pulled towards the downside, the bulls tried to backtest. And sadly, what we saw was that the bears did succeed here. They won this little battle, forcing the price back downwards. And I told you that's not a good sign. That's what you call an SR flip, a support to resistance flip. And you don't want to see that happen if you're a bull like we are, because quite frankly, well, it means the price is probably going to go down. And well, what do you know? I actually told you in yesterday morning's video, like, hey, the market's probably going to go down now because we just got an SR flip. And well, the market started pulling back. Now, in last night's video, and we're almost done with the recap, just stay with me here, okay? In last night's video, I told you all that Bitcoin had one last chance. This was the first chance that it was going to get to try to cancel out this move towards 90,000 or lower, and I told you it has one more chance. And this chance comes from this golden Fibonacci zone. You see, one thing that you can do is you can use the Fibonacci tool, and you can go from these little swing low moments all the way up to your swing high moments from back here, right here, right? And it's going to give you the 618 to 786 Fibonacci golden zone. This is the level that will stop you from falling. This golden box is the only major support level that's very important in my opinion in basically all of crypto. If a crypto can hold support on top of the golden zone, it usually can really bounce upwards. But the moment it loses the golden zone, it usually will capitulate to the downside. And so I told you, knowing how important this golden zone is, this is our last chance. If we see Bitcoin's price lose this zone, it's probably headed back towards $90,000, but maybe even lower towards 88 to 87,000. But if it can build up some support on top of this zone, we have still a chance to try to push upwards. Although I believe this is a 30-35% chance, at least we have a chance, right? At least we don't have to see the market pull downwards. At least maybe there's an opportunity for Bitcoin's price to push bullish upwards. So I told you it's at least worth watching it. Although this isn't a very high likelihood, again, 30-35%, there at least is a chance that we're going to watch that. So that kind of takes us towards the modern day. That was last night's video. We were tracking the golden box, and I told you watch it very closely. Bitcoin's price came to the very bottom side of that golden box, held support, and has been actually holding up decently over the last 16 hours. But as I mentioned in the title and then earlier in the video, I do believe we're running out of time, and I will explain that in the next portion of the video. And so with that said, that's a quick recap for you. As I mentioned before, Bitcoin lost its ascending channel, tried to get back into, or the ascending channel, sorry. It lost it there, tried to get back into it, failed that back test there, got this resistance point established there, forced back to the downside. This is our last chance for Bitcoin's price to hold before we do see this crash get worse, right? That's what we've been tracking. So now let's shift and focus our attention into what is happening right now and why I believe that we're running out of time. Now, I will warn you, some of the things that I'm about to say are going to get a little bit confusing and complicated. So if you are somebody who's simply just trying to get better at this whole crypto thing, whether you're a beginner, whether you're advanced, it doesn't matter. What I highly encourage you to do is stick around until the end of the video, because I'm going to tell you about what we're doing over in the Discord community, where you can join in and you can get access to a community of people who are learning at a rate faster than I've ever seen in my entire life, from live shows, workshops, classes, courses, and more. And they are generating hundreds of percentages and gains every day. I mean, you can see this. This is just in the last couple hours, 80%, 100%, 70, 20, 100. And it goes on and on. Even a day like yesterday, we have guys pulling in $13,000 gains, $5,000 gains, $3,000 gains, $10,000 gains over and over. And that's short trades. These are some short trades from yesterday. So if you want to be a part of that, again, all that I ask from you is to stick around until the end of the video. Now, looking at Bitcoin, okay, looking at Bitcoin right now, Tyler, why is time running out? Let's finally get to the point. Why is time running out? Well, the reason that I believe that time is running out is simply because the way in which cryptos usually interact with the golden zone when they're going to build support on top of it. You see, what I've come to recognize in this world of crypto is that when you hit that golden zone, you just want to go, you want to touch and go. Simple as that. Boom, quick touch, go. Don't stick around, absolutely take off. And what that would look like is something along these lines, right? So you have this move, your swing low to your swing high. Up here, the crypto starts coming back down. What you want to see from this crypto is that as it gets closer, maybe it kind of accelerates a bit, then it goes boom, quick touch, usually a wick or something like that, and then a continuation upwards. In a moment like this was a very strong bullish sign that the bulls were not messing around. The moment we hit this bullish territory, boom, they step in and absolutely send that price upwards. The problem is that the longer that you stick around in this golden zone, the more you stick around here, the worse it is for the bulls. The reason being is because we are in a period of bearishness. We're in a little bearish phase. And the longer you stick around right here, the more likely it becomes that you're going to fall through that level. And generally, it's not a huge deal because it's maybe a more micro pullback, but we're in a macro pullback right now. And if we do fall through this zone, it means Bitcoin's heading probably towards 90,000, 87,000, 80,000, which are things we don't particularly want to see if you have a bag of Bitcoin. And so because of that, what we're doing right now is not the best sign. What you can see is that Bitcoin's price has been hovering around here. If we go to the 1 hour charts, it's been sticking around a little bit too long. Matter of fact, it lost the bottom side of the zone for a second here, and it's not had that kind of touch and go move that we'd be hoping for. It hit the box there, and it came back there, and it came back there, and there, and there, and now it is doing it again. And doing this, generally you would think is a good thing because of it's a support level, right? And you're building a foundation on a support level, but that's not how it works with the golden zone. With the golden zone, you want to touch and you want to go. That is the most bullish scenario that can happen, and we need the most bullish scenario right now, quite frankly, because the way that I see it is that it's going to take something ridiculously bullish for this crypto market to really send it all the way back upwards for what we need it to do. We need Bitcoin realistically back above $100,000 in order to avoid some type of bigger correction towards 90K or 85K. And we're just not getting that. And so again, it doesn't guarantee that we're going to go down. I still do believe there's a 30 to 35% chance that this zone holds and we continue upwards, but this just isn't a good sign. If you're a bull, it's just not a good sign. And it is something that I'm accepting, like, okay, well, it's becoming more and more likely maybe that we do get a pullback. Maybe it goes from 30 to 35% to just 30% that we hold to the upside because we are not getting that bullish move off this golden zone that we would be hoping for. And so with that in mind, I just have to let you guys know what I see, right? A lot of people in the last video I made didn't really like the fact that I was like, yeah, the market's probably going to get a little bit worse from here, which it did. But I hope you all understand that my intention and my goal here on this YouTube channel is not to just lie to you. I'm not going to sit here and just lie to you and tell you what you want to hear. No, I'm going to tell you what I see. And me doing that has saved a lot of you money, I would hope. You know, we made that video friggin' right up here when crypto was at the top side of this channel. And I told you right here, I said, look, I'm done leverage trading for the year because I don't like what I'm seeing right here. And so many people were so mad at that video. Just like, no, it's going up. It's clearly about to break through towards 130K. What are you talking about? And the next thing you know, we start to see this market pulling backwards. And so I hope you understand my intention is to not spread FUD or any of that craziness. It's quite simply just to tell you what I'm seeing. And so what I'm seeing right now is that Bitcoin still has a chance. It still has a chance in order for this price to hold and push upwards. A 30% chance, so not a big chance, but a chance, but time is running out. The longer we stick around at this golden zone, the more likely it's going to become that we do pull back. And so you just need to be prepared for that. My current strategy is to not bet against the market. I am not selling any crypto. I am not shorting. I am not doing either one of these because I never bet against the macro trend. And the macro trend right now, the grand scheme of things, is upwards. I believe we are in a bull market. So I'm not selling. I'm not shorting. All I'm doing is not buying much right now and leaving some cash on the side just in case we do start pulling back so I can start doing bigger dollar cost averages the lower that we go. If we go that low. If we don't go that low, no biggie. I have done some purchases in here, some little tiny purchases, and I'll continue to do those little purchases. But I will leave most of my cash on the side for if we do pull back because it does seem as if that's the more likely scenario here. So with that in mind, I just wanted to kind of go over that with you and show you what's going on there. The thing that you can be doing right now is nothing, in my opinion. If you really want to know the easiest cheat sheet on what to do right now, it's nothing. We have a range. The range right now is between the golden fib zone, so this zone right here. Let's go ahead and make that gold. Boom. Just like that. And then, of course, the top side. Boom. The top side of this range. Whichever direction we break first is where we're going for a while, at least in my opinion. I think if we can see the support hold and we see crypto work its way up, yeah, we have that Adam and Eve pattern. Boom. Adam, Eve, breakout, boom. Now we're positioning ourselves for a possible move back up towards 106, 107K. That's very good. If we lose this golden zone, we're positioning ourselves for a move back towards 88,000 to 87,000 maybe, or possibly only around $90,000, but obviously time will tell. We'll figure that out. So it seems like there's a big move going to happen off of this, and I'm just not confident enough to know which direction it's going. Quite frankly, I don't know. And so because I don't know, I'm not doing anything. That's the easiest thing to do during a bull market. When you don't know, and it's uncertain, don't do anything. Because the easiest thing you can do in a bull market is just hold. If you want guaranteed gains during a bull market, just hold. So don't force trades when you don't know. It doesn't make sense. You're risking losing money that you could have just invested in a Bitcoin and left it alone for 6 months. So because of that, I'm not doing anything. I'll, of course, keep you updated as this does happen, but this is the range I'm watching out for, and that's your homework tonight. $99.6 thousand, bottom side golden zone. These are the two ranges, or these are the two portions that make up the range that is gonna tell us where we're likely going, and then we'll figure it out from there, okay? And so with that in mind, watch that very closely. The crypto market is sadly running out of time. In tomorrow's video, I'm gonna dive a little bit more back into what is happening from a fundamental perspective, because actually we're getting some decent signs there that I'll update you on tomorrow. And so yeah, because of that, obviously again, watch this range closely, do your homework, and of course we'll talk about that in the morning. Now, as I did mention, if you are somebody who wants to just get better at this entire crypto thing, again, I really highly suggest you check out Tyler Hill's Crypto Vault, okay? This is my personal learning platform, Discord community, whatever you want to call it, and it's a place where we're doing a ton. For example, there's Insights with Tyler, which is a place where you can see all of this, some of the things at least that I'm buying. You can get extra insights and thoughts and advice and guidance from me. There are daily live shows like Fridays with Frank, Crypto Vault Live, Q&A with Cade. We have daily technical analysis reports on all your favorite cryptos, daily fundamental analysis reports on the market. We have a professional team of traders giving their buy and sell signals every single day. We have executive insights, which are just our coaches. We have 7 coaches in the server giving their thoughts and insights, and you can pause and read it at any given point. We have TA to go, in which you can request technical analysis from one of our coaches on whatever you like, on whatever time frames. Technical analysis deep dives every day. Live trading sessions with our professional team. We have executive classes on things like liquidation data. I did a market overview video this morning for executive members as well. We have premium classes on things like the Bollinger Bands, the Fibonacci's, much more. We have tips with Tyler, which are 2 to 3 minute long videos on random things, beginners courses on things like leverage trading and technical analysis. Guys, there's so much there. I don't even need to keep going. You get the point. There is so much value being provided in this platform, and as a result of that, the gains have been insane. I showed you earlier, right? Tens of thousands of dollars, hundreds of percentages, even on days like yesterday where the market was not doing that good. Look at the sheer amount of gains that are being generated, because what's happening are people are learning these things, they're using them to create strategies and using those strategies to turn it into profit. And so if you want to be someone who can make a profit on good and bad days in this market, all you need to do is you need to head down to the Patreon link down below and feel free to go check it out. You can join for either $5 a month or $17 a month. The executive tier is currently sold out. There may be some more slots releasing sometime soon here, so feel free to keep an eye on that. But for the cost of a Netflix subscription or cheaper, you can join in and get access to so much value. So feel free to go check that out and let me know your thoughts down below. And of course, as you guys know, I like to upload 3, 4, 5 videos every single day here on the channel. So if you have been enjoying them, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I can't wait to see you all next time. Peace out, everybody.